Right, welcome back. I've actually managed to convince the daughter to come down. It's the middle of the morning, it's mid-morning, strong easterly. We're gonna have a lot of swimmers, a lot of dog walkers. And I sort of want to show, you know, how frustrating and hard it is to fish these metro beaches. We're just gonna walk on the beach. We're gonna have a little chat. We're gonna spend some time together. We're gonna put the chest mount on. We're gonna do micro jigging this morning. So we're gonna see if we can actually find any fish for dinner. If we can't, we're gonna still have a nice walk. We're not heading down the coast for a few days, so I thought I'd quickly take this opportunity to come down the beach and see if we can find some fish. But I do want to show how busy these beaches are and how frustrating it can be as an angler to find somewhere to fish. All right, let's head down the beach. We'll see you soon. You. All right, we're down here. We've got a very strong easterly, which is going to help us for casting. We're just going to have a quick walk on this beach. Not as many dog walkers and swimmers as I thought, which is a bit strange. We've currently got 8:30 in the morning. I'm going to be looking for these weed beds along this stretch of beach. And I'm just going to, I think this morning, we're just going to do micro jigs. I've managed to get the daughter to come down this morning as well. So if we do hook any fish, I'll let her have some fun. And we're just going to just walk this beach and just have a few casts and see. Oh, on. Oh, I just had it. First cast, Violet. Just dropped it. Oh, it's hooked up then. I reckon that was a, oh, it's come back. Come back, come back. We might put it, we'll try one more, Violet. That was the first cast. What was that? All right, we'll have one more cast. And we might actually drop the micro jig down. I've got a 20 gram on at the moment. I just literally got to hit that first cast. All right, let's try again. Right there, see that disturbance, Violet? There's bait. There's a school of bait right there. All right, let's try again. Nice and slow this time. Give it a chance to, we might just drop this down a size. So the key is finding these weed beds and then putting in enough casts. We got to hit first casts. All right, we'll have one more, then we'll drop it down. I've got to hit the first cast then, Violet. So not super pleasant with this wind, but we're not casting far. The water's all stirred up. One of these mornings, I'm going to come down late like this and jag my prize flathead or big skippy. It's going to happen. As I said, we're not going away for a few more days, so I thought I'd quickly come down for a quick walk, get the daughter out of the house. All right, I'm going to drop down. I'm going to go a smaller size. I had a fish on first cast. We're back again with a lure change, but as I was mentioning before, I just wanted to demonstrate how busy these metro beaches can be. I went down from Cottesloe to Fremantle yesterday and I couldn't find any spare room to fish. I actually set up before swimmers got in the water, but essentially they pushed me out. As you can see here, we've got two swimmers coming through now. It's got whole entire beach, the whole coast, and they think they're entitled to swim past when I already had a line in the water. So look, it's definitely a conversation starter, but there's certainly no need, I feel, at times swimmers especially decide that they want to swim across your fishing line. So I don't normally like fishing this time of year, this time of day, purely because of that fact that you just cannot get away from the swimmers. Most are pretty good, but you do get the occasional group that just feel that they can swim where they want, whenever they want. So I got to hit that first cast on that other micro jig. Again, I'm only going to do 2 to 3 casts on each of these micro jigs. I'll probably do a metal slice as well, and I'm not going to walk too far up and down this beach. Again, because we've got so much activity. But the swell was probably, I would say, double yesterday to what it is today, so definitely dropped down. I think tomorrow looks really good as well, but I think tomorrow I'll be busy sorting out the fishing gear, deciding what to bring. You always bring too much and never end up using it, but better to be prepared, I reckon. Just be nice to pull a flathead out of this stretch of beach that I know they're here, and skippy. But just let the daughter have a little walk on the beach, get her out of the house. Then if I hook anything decent, I'll give her the rod. It's been a very long school holidays, I'm sure, for many of you out there. So I'm probably going to drop down to a 5 gram micro after this. I'll then probably try a couple little slices, and if I don't get anything, we'll go home. Just a very quick little walk on the beach, essentially. It's nice to have the feet in the sand. Yeah, no, it's that first cast I had a hit. It just didn't stay connected. All right, we're going to drop down to a smaller micro, then we'll do a slice. I've just put on the 15 gram little twisty with those vexed assist hooks. A few people have asked me recently what I think. I've only fished with it twice now, so it's a little bit hard to make an honest assessment. I think I'll take these micro jigs and little slices down when we go on our trip and give them a really good run. I think I pinned a couple of fish with them the other day when I walked the beach here, but I haven't really thrown them enough at the moment to sort of, you know, I think that the fact they came in a pack of 3 was sort of why I grabbed them off the shelf, to be honest. I don't know, I don't think we're going to see any signs. I don't know what that first thing was that picked up that 20 gram jig, because it had a decent bit of weight and had it was head shaking straight away. So yesterday I went from Cottesloe down to Fremantle. Really hard to find anywhere to fish with all the swimmers and water, you know, users, which is absolutely fine. But my main gripe at the moment was the areas that I could fish, and then swimmers came and started swimming over my fishing line, essentially pushing me out of the water, because I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to keep casting over them or near them to cause any trouble. It's not worth the hassle. Oh, Violet, we're on. Yeah, I think we're on. You want it? You want it, Bubba? We're on, darling. On the 15 gram twisty, that just came and smashed it, Violet. I don't know what we got here. Let's have a look. The daughters. It's not big, darling. See what we got here. It's so cool catching fish mid-morning though. A lot of surge here. Here we go. What is this? A blowfish. Oh no. It's a very, very small, there it goes, small herring. We'll let that one go. That was tiny. All right, we'll have another cast. All right, just put on a little 10 gram silver micro jig from Major Craft. Again, I'm not going to try and cast too far. I only need to be in this front section between the shoreline and where this wave breaks. I don't really need to be past the wave line. Managed to nab a little herring there, and it jumped off in the surge, which is fine. I said, you walk these beaches, you will catch skippy, flathead, and really good tailor mid-morning to, you know, and especially when that sea breeze swings as well. If you get that wind shift, that first hour where it shifts, a lot of fish will come and use that sou'wester to go and hunt as well. So just a couple little hops, few little twitches. I'm not really, we've got these swimmers are coming back again, so I'll have to wait in a moment to stop fishing. It's, as I said, normally I'll come out first light for an hour. This time of year, it's just too hard fishing metro this time of day, so just can get real frustrating. Oh, another hit. There must be a few fish just cruising up and down this little section. We want the flathead or the skippy. That's what we want. I think I'll go, just don't know how well the shiver stick would go with this wind now. I sort of need it, I think we need to have stuff that's sort of on the bottom. I'll probably get one more cast in before these swimmers come over my line. So let's quickly have another cast. So probably only going to do 1 or 2 more lures. And then we'll call it a day. But said I'll have to wait now for these swimmers to go. I'm getting little tentative nudges, but no real commitment. That's all right. Might go down to a 10 gram metal with those Vex assist hooks, and then probably one more micro jig, and then, you know, you could obviously set up early, but again, you're not going to set up early this time of day because you're just going to upset all the swimmers and everyone else that's around. So it is definitely not a desired time to come down, but I thought I'd just quickly come down before we go away, get my little fix, and then call it a day. All right, let's do a lure change. All right, we got to go. This is the one I had when I walked down, and the first cast that got picked up, and it was not a herring. It had a lot of weight, so I feel like it was a skippy or a flathead that picked it up. So we'll just quickly do 3 again with this. It's a 20 gram. I've got some 30s, some 40s I picked up from Tackle West the other day, so they're all going to come down on our trip. We were going to go down earlier this week, but just a few things happening, so we're going to go down later in the week. Hence why I'm having a quick little flick. I've got all my rods. Oh, Violet, we're on. You want this one? You sure? Let's pick this up. So I'm pretty sure this one's got a treble, so I don't know what we've got here. If it's a herring, it's going to throw the hook right in that weed bed. So that's it. So there's a whole beach, you know, bit of open area, but I've cast right on top of that weed bed. And isn't that interesting? I threw smaller profiles and they wouldn't touch it. As soon as I put this size on, they hit it. It just fascinates me. But I don't think I'm going to keep this one on because, there we go, and he threw the treble. So again, see that one threw it. So you can't really pick up this weed bed, but that was right on top of that weed bed there. Hey?
I got another one open.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder if some of the fish as well would feed on them. Yeah, we're just walking back. We're just making our way back to the car now. Just having a few last casts in hope, but I don't think they know. As soon as I put the assist on, any lures with the assist hooks, they're not interested. And that new shiny 20 gram micro jig got hit a few times, which is just how it goes. So I'm just going to slow wind this back in, but the water's so clear I'll actually be able to see the fish if they are following it in. Super clear, so clean. That wind is horrible though, absolutely horrible, that wind. All right, we'll go. As I said, it looks like they're hitting bigger profiles, but I'm going to put the 10 gram on. Same thing, I'm just going to go in between those two weed beds. And again, once the sun's up, whether you want to fish first light or, you know, during the day, you'll be able to sight these weed beds, especially when you've got an easterly. And I can see the water's very clean, very clear, so I can see these weed beds, and I'm just trying to work my lures just on the edges around where the whitebait is. But yeah, it's very fascinating. I think it was the same the other day when I walked the beach with Tom. The herring were hitting like 30-40 gram metals, and they weren't taking small micro jigs and little shiver sticks and even the 21 gram sprats, which they typically take quite easily. And I think a lot of it's to do with whatever bait's in the area, but I did see the whitebait that I saw jump before, it was tiny. So I got the 10 gram twisty on with the Vex assist hooks. Just, yeah, same thing. You can bounce these on the bottom and try to tease, you know, flathead. You can slow roll them. You can switch them to the side. You can just slowly wind it back. But the water's so clear, I can see my lure pretty much as it rolls in. I can't believe that they'll take the bigger profiles and they won't take these smaller ones. Just doesn't make too much sense. I just wanted to have one more fish before we went away. So I wasn't really coming down expecting a great deal this time of day. It's more just to put the feet in the sand. We'll do one more and then we'll go one more micro jig. And surely. They know when you've got assist hooks on, I can tell you. They're less likely to hit when you've got an set of assist hooks on. What is that? Is that open or show us? Get on camera. That's cool. So these are the things you see when you get out, Violet. You see lots of cool stuff. It's just about getting out and having a bit of an adventure. Shame the fish don't want to play, but that's how it goes. So we're going to start walking back to where we walked in from. There's still weed beds along where we're going. See a lot of disturbance on the water. All right, we'll go another micro jig with assist. I'm just only putting lures on with assist hooks on now because I don't really want to see another herring jump off. All right, daughter's, I think she's just chilling out in the water there. We're going to just put the small micro back on, and then we're going to put the 20 gram one on where a fish picked it up but didn't commit. It's actually, I was just saying to my daughter, this is what's going to make it hard for people fishing Metro. There's a guy probably, I don't know if I can get him in the shot, he's probably, I don't know, 100 metres down the beach, but he's fishing where there's he's actually casting around swimmers. I mean, I've got swimmers here, but I'm casting heavy, but I mean, doing that type of behaviour doesn't make it easy for the rest of us. I don't think he should be fishing there until they're out of the way. I don't know, we might go down and have a chat to him and see what he's up to. Very rarely do I see anyone else as silly as me fishing this time of day. I'd fish all day if I could though. Nothing on this is the 10 gram micro I've got on. We'll do 2 more casts and then we're going to go to the big micro for the miracle capture. Then we get a big flathead. And then we're going to call it. Oh, that easterly's horrible. You want to wind it in? He's not interested at the moment. I reckon I'll do one more with this. I'll put the big micro jig on, but I was just saying, Violet, he's fishing where there's swimmers. I don't understand it. Hey? He's got to wait till the swimmers are out of the way. Now we might go see what he's up to in a minute. So I'm just hopping that on the bottom, a couple of little twitches, and just a few little pauses. See if we can stir something up. It's not looking good. One more, Violet, I reckon, with this, and then one more lure change. You want to wind in the next one? No. I don't know what he's doing down there. It's good to see people fishing, I guess, making the most of the day. If you can, go. That's the motto, I reckon. If you can fish, go for it. I'm not looking forward to going back to work and not miss out on my morning raids as our sun rises, I should say, a lot earlier now. All right, we're going to do one more lure change and then I think that's it. So nothing's hit any of my micros except for that first cast, which is so random that something picked it up on the first cast. Well, that's it, short and sweet. Had a really good fish first cast on the 20 gram micro, don't know what it was. Managed to hook a few smaller herring, dropped one at my feet, one jumped off, so that's okay. I was just chasing one of those lazy lizards off the bottom. A lot of established weed beds here, but definitely between, I think we're about 9:30 now, definitely not ideal fishing off these open beaches, but we wanted to have one more quick little flick before we head away down the coast. So hopefully we will see you legends very soon on the water and hopefully get a mixture of species as well. So looking forward to it. Thanks for watching this little video with no fish, but I think it's very important in my eyes to show every session when you bring the cameras down, whether you hit fish or not. I think it's just, that's the reality, and that's very typical for our Metro land-based fishing crew. All right, thanks for watching. Time to put the rods away, get packed, and start planning our next adventure. You.